My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is June 9th, 2024. It is 2:17 a.m. Yesterday I didn't record anything. I got up around this time, 2:17. And I just didn't feel like recording anything. And I had the list ready, and I just didn't feel like recording. So I stood pretty much on the internet just browsing stuff and then didn't record anything. Now I wish I did, because the list has become much longer. So let's see here. This is the list. I've added so much more, so I don't know how much I will go over, but let's see how much energy I have tonight. Alright, so let's look at the numbers. 4,271 subscribers. New subscribers, welcome. This video that's here, I was playing with my phone, and I came across something, and I decided to put that quick. I don't even think it's a minute. I mean, yeah, it's probably a couple seconds. So I put it out. I'm surprised. 411 views so far. Estimate revenue, $183.28. All right, let's look at analytics. There it is. Wow, I'm surprised. 3,493 views. Let me see the content that I had. I had like 2 videos, I think. The 9th, I have 2 videos out. The 8th, oh, so this one didn't come out. Okay, that's the, okay, I started, this is another video I was playing with my phone, and I thought it went to the short videos, but it went to regular one. This one is only 19 seconds, so it didn't go live. I was playing with my phone and I couldn't really do much with it, so I'll come back to that another time. This one, I did it yesterday. Yeah, after I was going online and I came across this video and I put it out, and I made sure not to monetize it. So I turned off the monetization because, you know, because it has to do with Kate things and all of that. And that was just a video that I put out, and I put a lot of screenshots, so YouTube didn't give me any problem with it. The main thing for that video was the information that actually someone else was talking about Kate missing. All right, so that was, wow, okay. These are the 2 videos that I was looking for. This one that says history, and there's one that says, okay, it's 135, episode 135 and episode 127. These were the 2 main videos that I put out, and then the rest were just extra. Alright, so that's that. Let's go on Twitter, because I don't want to waste too much time here. This is the first tweet, okay? What in the KFC3 King Charles III dress up toy soldier is going on? Let's see here. I didn't really talk too much about that. And there's some pictures of William. Look at Camilla here. Someone made a reference to that image only, like what's on the left side of Charles, and I think I said, what did I say? Devil's advocate or something like that. But anyway, so I didn't really talk too much about this event. And there's some pictures of William with world leaders, and then the tabloid went on, you know, look at William with all the world leaders, president, prime ministers, and all of that. And I was like, this is what they were looking for. The money shot when he went to New York at, what is it? The UN. So they were looking for a money shot like that. They went off. I didn't even bother sharing it, but there it is. I'm mentioning it. All right, these are the 2 comments. This one is when Mommy had been on the throne for 25 years. This one 30, this one 40, and so on. If you want one for bravery, go see the spare. All right, that is not Charles. It is his clone. Okay, let me go to the next one. I didn't know this was the comment. I had it for a while, so I was looking for a list, tweets to put on the list. So now they pile up. Oh, there it is. This is the one that I think I was talking about. This is the image. I believe it was Daily Fell who did an article about it. Like, look at all the world leaders. That's William Worth and all this BS. It's like childish. Okay, Charles was born in 1950. Was he in 1950? You could let me look it up. Okay, he was born in 1948. So that's a mistake, I think. Henry VIII. Very rarely she make mistakes like that. Okay, Charles was born in 1950s. I think a lot of people were willing to excuse his foot in the past ways, but what Williams excused exactly. Okay, not only does he look much older than his chronological age, the medals are just silly, especially in contrast to other world leaders. Okay, so she retweeted that. How in the world does Prince William look over a decade older than Justin Trudeau when Trudeau is 10 years older than William? Oh, is he? Look at him. He feel proud. He's next to all these people. I don't know. These people. Trudeau looks put together, comfortable. The Prince of Wales has his usual grimace and looks like a man out of time date. Fixing his tie like, I'm this. Get the money shot. Alright, let me go into this. Let's see what some people said. He looks 20 years older, not 10. I was trying to be generous and grace. Did he actually earn any of those medals he's wearing? She's like, I don't know. Either shave off the sides or hop on a plane to Istanbul. What is that? Oh, the hair. But anyway, let's go to the next one, because there are more important tweets that I remember put on the list. Next one. Okay, so this video was out for a while. Like I said, I didn't record anything yesterday. Let's see here. I didn't listen to it yet. Suzanne, how is Princess Kate doing? Sarah, lovely Princess Catherine doing the video was so brave. What video? Was it the cancer video where that CNN doctor was saying they don't know anything about preventative chemo or something like that? I think she said in that video. Okay, is any member of that family capable of answering a straightforward question about the missing princess? Again, we have to remember her position here. Sarah Ferguson, Fergie, because she's in a very weird position. And then after marrying to that family, she's no longer capable. Well, she's trying. Let's just say she's trying to do different things. She write books, she did this and whatever. At least she's trying. But the thing with her, I'm not making excuses for her, but this is the way that I see it. She has a roof over her head, which I believe the royal family is paying for her upkeep in a way with Andrew. And she eats. But the thing is that we know how that family is. If she dare say something out of line, they're gonna, what's the term? We know they're gonna excommunicate her. So it's gonna be an extra burden for her outside of the institution and probably, do some crazy stuff. So I sort of understand her. But yeah, I'm not making excuse for her, but you could understand. But let me hear what she said.
Yeah, next series. We've asked you how you are. How is the king and how is Princess Kate?
Well, I mean, this is what's just amazing. I'm so proud of the king going to CRUC, the Cancer Research UK, and becoming the royal patron and going out there and talking to all these people, because it gives everybody that wonderful feeling that they are being listened to. And I thought that was very brave of him to do that.
Yeah.
I think the lovely Princess Catherine doing the video was so brave. I think family unity is an extraordinary thing. And I honestly just so proud, and I just send them lots of love and lots of support, and come on, we all rally together.
Yeah, next series. How is the
She
king
did the
and
same
how is
thing.
Princess Kate?
She did the same thing too when they asked about Meghan and Harry and all of that. She goes straight to the in the middle. So I could understand her. She's trying not to stir any problem with the family. If I was her, I was like, I haven't seen her myself, or I don't know. That will even put more question mark on missing Kate. So I don't know. She tried her best. That's all I could say. Alright, the fact she automatically deflects back to the last publication known evidence of Kate rather than a news story or anecdote or any detail of what she's doing, her from a family member said all. Yep, that gave her the game away. We are in June referring her to something that happened in March as if she released that AI video last week. As I always say, the saving grace fourth royal family, their friend are unthinking people and very obedient servant whatever they are told. A lovely Kate who snubbed you from her wedding. That Kate, well, in that aspect, it's not for Kate to invite her. It's William to invite her because she is not part of Kate's family. So Kate have to invite her side of the family and William has to invite his side of the family. It's William who didn't do it, so I will not blame that on her that much. Okay, lovely Kate who snubbed you from her wedding. That Kate, I have never seen them together. Fergie is so fake, a professional grifter. That I'll agree, professional grifter. And this is what she's playing right now because she doesn't want to say something against the institution. Okay, that lovely Catherine sounded so put on. Experience the okay, that's an ad. Never ever want to hear again about how Harry and Meghan have cheapening the royal family by going on TV to talk about them. Oh, she's promoting a book. Is she? Okay. I don't get why any of the British people believe any of these crooks. It's kind of funny. Okay, it's very laughable. I always said the only saving grace for the royal family is the royalists aren't great thinkers. Let's go to the next one. Well, from her perspective, I think I understand her. Why she didn't go in full detail. Can you imagine she said Kate is dead or something like that? She'd be dead next. Alright, there's this one here. Prince Andrew views Royal Lodge as his children's inheritance. He's not moving out. Okay. Why are the royals so tacky and underbecoming? They own many palaces, castles, and homes in London and throughout the UK, yet they're fighting publicly like farmhands. Well, they're just making noise to distract people from different things. Like Kate, for instance. Nobody's talking about Kate over there. Alright, this is another piece to just make noise. Alright, Andrew is disgusting, but one thing you can say about him, he is a better father than Charles. That's for sure. I agree with that. Better than Charles is he looks out for his daughters, has stood up to the press for them before. Okay, I don't know much about him standing out for his daughter, but I could see couple things where I think he is a much better father than Charles. All right, let's leave that alone. Go to the next one. Again, I have so much to share with you. Next tweet. Okay, so this is the wedding thing that's going on. This I shared on my community board, but I didn't go too much. I think I don't remember all of the tweets that I put. I didn't put too much tweets about the wedding. There were a lot of the squad were talking about it, but this one caught my attention and I think I retweeted it as well. Like I said, the plebs are easily full from the Duke of Westminster weddings today. There's that here. Let's go into it. This is just a screenshot. Police protection, did he pay for it or is it free for the richest men of England? There's all of that. Okay, this reminds me of that actress who got married and then she got police protection as well. I mean, the thing is playing right in front of all these people, but nobody's questioning anything. All right, this is the thing that Charles is denying Harry. This is crazy. Crazy. All right, this is another retweet. No one can buy the Met Police there, not even King Charles. Oh, so she was making reference to this retweet. She retweeted that and then put this screenshot that was part of, what's his name? That guy who got married. I think it was on Friday. Today is what? Sunday. No one can buy the Met Police there, not even King Charles. It's a government home office decision as to who gets security. Stop being pleb. You know what that reminds me? There's an image that I have. I'll put it on the screen. You have the, I think, prime ministers and the royal family at the top, and below it I believe there are police and no, below the royals, or I'm talking on top of my head, but you could look at the image. Below the royal family are the politician, and below the politicians are the police and I believe the police, yeah. And then below that are the regular people. Like this is how the system in the UK is function, and this is what is happening here. And then Charles and William are denying Harry that security type part. Alright, they get over the Slimpertons quite easily. Really? How come Charles is paying $2 million for Andrew? That's that. I mean, I don't know if I have that on the list. Again, I started that list since Friday, but I didn't record yesterday, Saturday. But anyway, the thing is that I believe it was Friday that, or Thursday it could have been, where the appeal judge allowed Harry to move forward with his appealing for the security aspect of things. Okay, remember there was that review, and I believe that was that. I hope I have it on the list because there are a couple articles I need to read. Alright, so let's read some of these here. They get, okay, I read this, really, how come, okay, the hypocrisy is blatant. There's all of this. I'm telling you, the squad were talking a lot about this wedding, but whatever is here, that's all I'm going to talk about. Aside from the bridal shoes, I shared that on my community board. This cardboard at the entrance was the most beautiful thing to be seen, as it should be for one Britain's richest man with an estimated fortune of £10.127 billion. That's his estimate of worth. Wow. And I believe that's, what's his name? The one who got married is George's godfather. Okay, it's for everybody UK head of state. Royal family gives it to, just not Prince Harry. Per royal family, he forfeit his right to protection once he head of state said so because he married a mixed race woman and protect her against them. The minute royal family lost control over Harry, they discarded him. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Alright, so what is this here? The wedding of the year. This was what is it? The Invictus. The pictures there, was that the no. I don't remember. No, there wasn't that. For a minute I thought it was the Invictus because there was some police protection there. I don't think this is it. So that was the wedding of the probably Meghan and Harry, I think. The wedding of the year, there's that. So who's in there? Who's in there? I don't know who's in there. I really don't know which wedding they're making reference to. But we know from the beginning, you know, through the wedding and everything like that, Meghan and Harry's wedding, they did everything. This is the facade that they put. Alright? But after the wedding, something happened between them. Through all of my videos, you probably will put one and one together. And then Harry and Meghan were not complying with them. Even before the wedding, the father coming out where he said the whole plan was to mess up the wedding.
That may have been one of the things that upset her. And of course, the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American Media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
So when that then work out, look at Charles even walked Meghan down the aisle. So they did the facade very well. When they're talking about actors and actresses, the royal family is one of them. Okay? They put a front. So let's leave that alone. Alright, that's an ad. We will never understand why they are so deep petty with their ways. Alright. What is this now? I forgot. William is just a welfare royal. Okay, it's 1 minute and 6 seconds. There will be screenshots.
Does not have a job. Sure, he is Prince of Wales, and sure, he does do public appearances. But that's a title, that's a privilege, that's not a job. If it were a job, I'd be able to apply and interview for it. And I can't. A job is not only something that you are hired into based on your qualifications rather than how you're born, but it is also something that you are paid for by your employer in exchange for the skills that you provide. And in particular, you can be fired from that job if you don't perform your duties properly. Not only did William not have to do interviews and CVs to be able to get his position, he was just born into it, but he also...
Well, even before he was born, the plan was already set for him. The minute his father's sperm fertilized into his mother's egg, that was for him. But it is what it is. I don't know.
So cannot get fired from it if he does it badly. And whether he does it or not, it's not going to affect how much money he gets. He does not need to take unpaid leave to be able to take care of his sick wife while they have to survive on statutory sick pay.
Thinking about it now with what she's saying here, because his position is guaranteed. He cannot get fired no matter how bad his job is or whatever. So he understands that part of it. So he's doing whatever he wants. He's doing whatever he wants. Look at the wife is missing. Look at all the thing that's going on. Nobody's talking about it on the papers that she's missing. All right, so he understands that part very well. Many times I said that he doesn't understand his position, but the part where he cannot get fired, he's secure. They will protect him as much as no matter what he does. This part he understands. So he's going on and run wild and do whatever he wants. In the UK, he is fine. Look at the brother. That wasn't asserted to him. But he decided to do what he wants because he was the spare. And then after William, have his own spare. And how many spares does he have? Three kids, right? So Harry pushed down, bumped further away. So Harry is not asserted to that, and this is why he's protecting his family, because Harry truly understands his position. Okay, he wants his happiness, and pretty much his happiness. But if they're not gonna give it to him, he's gonna get it. He's gonna fight for it. But William, on the other hand, he could do whatever he wants. This is why there are rules and regulation, because when people knows nothing is gonna happen to them, and they will get as much protection as they will need, so they run wild. So that's what William is doing. So this thing is almost done. Let's finish it. Only 4 seconds left.
And maybe we can argue about whether his public appearances are valuable to the country and are...
Okay, so that's that. Okay, the duchy is worth billions of pounds. How is that for welfare? Looks like you don't know the meaning of welfare. If William drops out of succession right now, his generation is set for life. Well, if he drops out, it depends. He's not going to take the Duchy of Cornwall with him. If he drop out of the succession, that stays with the institution. That's my humble opinion. Look at Harry. He decided to say no. And look how they cut him off completely. Alright. So you guys could correct me. I don't know. Alright. So let's pause it. If he decided to say no, I don't want that, and that stays with the firm. And also, that's the narrative they were trying to go with. Like Harry decided to leave, when in fact they were the one who pushed Harry out. But when Harry went further with his case, asked the judge to review the thing that the institution did to him, take his security away, we find out it was the father and the brother who pushed him out. Okay, remember what they did? Jason Kenoff, the Syndrome Summit and all of that? They pushed him out. So they wanted people to believe that Harry left. Okay, we hear a lot of narrative of the derangers saying Harry left, he's a traitor, he turned his back on his country. No, Harry didn't do that. They pushed him out. Through court documents, 2 things that we read, okay, it exposed, we see that they kick him out. So that was the narrative they were going with, that Harry left, so therefore he cannot get those protection. But we find out it wasn't the fact. So if this is the way they see it, imagine if William decided to step out of line of succession. So everything else will stay with the institution. Okay, the Duchy of Cornwall, I believe they created for the heir apparent to have, okay, to take care of his family or whatever. You guys could correct me on all of this. All right, so if William decided to step out of line of succession, everything that the institution has or that's under his name will stay for the firm, in my humble opinion. Even the properties that they have, it's for the firm. But anyway, let's continue with the original recording. They just need him to represent the firm, and then he's doing whatever he wants. Okay, unpaid intern doing work equal no pay, handsomely paid by those non-paid interns and their working families who fund said welfare royals, and royalists have absolutely no problem with that. Make it make sense. Okay, well said. Let's go to the next one. There's more comment, but let's move on. Next tweet. So this is Bouzy here. I think Google Translate is trying to tell us something. The princess has been in prison since January this year when she underwent planned abdominal surgery. What? What is that? This is a different language. 6/6, that was 3 days ago. June 6, 2024. Kate Middleton 42. Okay. Maybe that's the translation here. This is whatever language it is, probably Spanish, and this is the translation. Kate too sick to be active. What is known about Kate's health? All right, 6/6, that's the translation. Kate Middleton 42 revealed in March that she had been diagnosed with cancer. The princess is still undergoing chemotherapy treatment and has avoided appearing in public. What is known about Kate's health status? The princess has been in prison. Oh, he highlighted. The princess has been in prison since January this year. Well, according to the squad, is December 28th, I believe. The princess has been in prison since January this year when she underwent planned abdominal surgery. Almost 2 months later, she revealed her cancer diagnosis in a video published on her social media. Wow. But let's see here. Let's read what's there. Alright. Few slip. There's chill. Her cancer announcement video is so cartoonish. Chris, why is Kate in prison? What did she do? Is this a Tom Kingston mysterious death from a bullet to the brain? Are they saying she's being kept as hostage in that palace? Could be, who knows? I still can't believe I bought into the scam. I mean, the flower in full bloom for the time of the year. She's outside when it rained that day and nothing is moving in that blurry ass background. Quote, I have helium by my side. While AI Karen alone on the damn bench. Alright. The translation was wrong. The correct translation would be to say that the princess has not been seen since January of this year. Hope this helps. Well, like he said, maybe they're trying to tell us something. Alright, next tweet. I don't know. Let's move on. I thought I put it on the list. Since Friday, it's been on that list. It should have been on yesterday's recording, but I didn't record it. Next tweet. Alright, so I retweeted that. 79. Okay, heartbreak for Middleton's family. Carole Middleton's tragic car accident. Birmingham gist. You can't make that up. Alright, so this one, that's one of the articles I wanted to read. Okay, how long it is? A decent read. Alright, let's see here. Alright, as reported by Daily Express, the mother of Kate Middleton, Carole Middleton, has been at a center of tragedy after a devastating car accident that has left her in critical condition. The incident occurred on a quiet country road in Berkshire, England, as Carole was driving home from a shopping trip on Monday afternoon. Nobody's talking about this. Well, there's a video that I put out at the beginning of this recording. I said I did not monetize it. Made reference to that. Okay? Report from a scene suggests that Carole's car was involved in a head-on collision with another vehicle, causing significant damage and leaving her trapped inside the wreckage. Emergency services rushed to the scene and worked tirelessly to free her from the vehicle before she was airlifted to a nearby hospital. Question here is, how did the emergency vehicles were notified to go check of the wreckage if she was in such a bad condition? Because the incident occurred in a quiet country road. That's the thing here. In a quiet country road. Where are the witnesses? How did the emergency vehicle knew that there was that accident on that road? So that tragedy, how did who contact the emergency to go and check it out? So there's so many questions here, because at the beginning it says something. The incident occurred on a quiet country road in Berkshire, England, as Carole was driving home from a shopping trip on Monday afternoon. Okay, quiet country road, And then, are there any witnesses? Where is the other car that hit Carole's vehicle? Wow. Anyway, let's get back to the original recording. And then if those doctors get the whatever from the palace, they'll do it. It's like those people over there, their brain is completely removed. This is why Meghan didn't want any of those doctors to touch her when she was pregnant with Archie. What the hell is this? I'm gonna, some videos below that I'm gonna remove when I'm editing. Alright, a spokesperson for the Middleton family has confirmed that Carole is currently in critical condition and is receiving the best possible treatment from a team of medical professionals. The family has asked for privacy during this difficult time and is said to be rallying around Carole to offer their support and love. Okay, the news of this tragic accident has sent shockwave. Not really, because I haven't heard a damn thing about it until I came across that tweet. The news of this tragic accident has sent shockwave through the royal family on the wider public. Are you sure? Who have expressed their concern and well wishes for Carole's recovery. There's a video I remember watching a long time ago, and Harry was there too. They were demonstrating about cars, how they move cars, and they could go in high speed, and then they put I believe it was 2 cones, and how they in high speed, and they could get to the spot without doing the proper front and you reverse and back, whatever, to get into the space. I remember watching this a very long time ago, and the royal family were around. They were doing the demonstration. That, I think they have conquered this, or not conquered, mastered it in a way where when they want something to happen in a car to show it's an accident, they could do it. The same thing with Princess Diana and all of that. I don't know. I remember watching this a long time ago. Our messages of support have flooded in from all corners of society, with many expressing their hope for a full and speedy recovery for Carole. Carole Middleton is a much-loved figure in British society, known for her warmth, grace, and dedication to her family. As the mother of the future queen, she has always conducted herself with dignity and poise, earning the respect and admiration many. Okay, the accident has come as a devastating blow to the Middleton family, who are no strangers to tragedy. In 2017, Kate's younger brother, James Middleton, spoke openly about his battle with depression and revealed the impact it had on his family. The news of Carole's accident has reignited the family's pain and has left them facing another difficult and uncertain time. The circumstances surrounding the accident are still under investigation, and the police are appealing for any witnesses. What? There was no witnesses to come forward with information. They are working to determine the cause of the collision and to establish whether any other factors were involved. So what happened to the other car? Disappear? Okay, while the public has been left to reflect on the fragility of life and suddenness of tragedy. Tragedy. As a figure so loved and cherished as Carole Middleton fight for her life. What? The news has served as a sobering reminder of the unpredictability of faith and preciousness of every moment we are giving. Okay, as the day passed, the Middleton family will be holding on to hope and drawing strength from each other as they support Carole through this difficult time. The public will be waiting anxiously for updates her condition as they continue to offer their thoughts and prayers for her recovery. Carole Middleton accident has served. Okay, so what happened to her? Okay, Carole Middleton, yeah, we know there's an accident, but nobody's talking about it. Carole Middleton accident has served as a poignant reminder of the vulnerability of human life and the importance of cherishing those we hold dear. As the Middleton family faces this heartbreaking ordeal, they will have the support and love of people around the world to carry them through this difficult time. Okay, how could I give love and support when I didn't hear anything about it until this? Okay, we'll go back to Twitter. Okay, this is confirming anywhere else. Thank you. That's all. Yeah, that article is still up. I'm sure they will delete it soon. Alright, his wife Kate is probably in a coma. His wife Carole's mother is in the hospital and heartless begging flew aboard in a good mood to attend Yu's wedding on Friday. How heartless can you be? Okay, did KP send them mechanics there to check on the brakes? Like Diana said, they are planning an accident, and she did die from a vehicle accident, and this 2.0. Alright, this is really odd, no date, and let's see, did they put any date? Close. Any date? Birmingham. Nope, there's no date. Very interesting. I don't know what happened. Okay, I have to check my computer. Alright, his wife Kate is probably in a coma. His wife Carole's mother is in hospital, and heartless Fergie flew aboard in a good mood to attend Yu's wedding on Friday. How heartless can you be? Did KP send them a mechanic there to check on the brakes? Like Diana said, quote, they are planning an accident, end quote, and she did die from a vehicle accident, and this is 2.0. This is really odd, no date, and I can find no article in the Express which they point to as a source. No mention of Missington in terms of how this will be a further blow. It is legit article. It sounds like prep work for a switch and phase out. Could be who was driving, AI Kate or AI Carole. Next person will fall from a balcony. Alright, I don't know. Evil is over there. Alright, next tweet. Yeah, the person who voted that probably didn't want even people say it, because this is the only place that I saw it. Alright, I'm gonna remove the actual link. Well, I have an archive version of it, so I will suggest you click on the archive version. Okay, I'll put both links, but the archive version is the one you should go with. I don't know. Next tweet. Kate Middleton's mother, Carole, was involved in a car accident in March. She was airlifted in a critical condition and was fighting for her life. She hasn't been seen since, nor has her daughter. A huge media blackout was enforced at the time. Alright, I'm not gonna read that. What is that? This is false. The article posted claimed that the Daily Express has reported this story, but no such story has been reported by the Daily Express. The article also does not have a specific order or date, which point to a lack of credibility. Yeah, somebody's trying to get the message out, but they don't want to attach their name with it. That's the way that I see it. Okay, this is the way that I see it, and I'm starting to question these. How do they call this? Fact check, this kind of thing when it comes to the royal family, to quickly discredit anything that trying to shed light to certain things. Someone wrote this and trying not to attach his or her name next to it so they don't come after him or her. That's what I think it is. They want to tell the public something, but at the same time they don't want their name to attach to it. That's the way that I see it. Okay, Thomas Kingston Wikipedia page is gone. Oh, really? I never look it up. Okay, I distinctively remember reading his page weeks ago, now deleted. On February 25th, Thomas was found dead and born with a gun next to him. British media immediately said death was not suspicion. Really? He used to date Pippa? Really? Pippa, sister of Kate Middleton. Very interesting. And did they wipe everything on Thomas Kingston Wikipedia page of the internet? What are they trying to hide? Very interesting. Okay, I'm telling you, the UK love to erase things. When things don't go their way, they change, they remove it. Like they burn their things, from colonial past. Okay, it's even been wiped from the internet archive. Okay, it is frightening how much power British royal family elites have. They can murder a well-known man married into the royal family, delete his Wikipedia page, remove the archives, and go on and on about as if nothing has happened. Sadly, much of the public will not suspect foul play. Okay, much of the public prefer to live in the dark because they think it's safer there. Wow. What happened when it's them? That's very true, but that's not the way to deal with gangsters. It'll be you next. That's the thing I'm saying. It'll be you next if we are not careful. Alright, perfectly said. Okay, this is really weird. Carole's crash that left her a critical condition was March 2nd or 3rd, depending on which article you read. But the photo release of Kate in the car with Carole was from March 4th. Make it make sense. Okay, I don't know. Wow. These people, something weird is going. To be fair, that looks more like people than Kate. But even if it was Kate, there is no evidence that the picture was taken on April 4th. That was just the day they decided to publish it. Okay, I love your coverage of this. One of the reasons I came back from my year-long hiatus, I fell down a rabbit hole looking for Kate. Thank you for the kind words, Freyo. Alright, let's go to the next one. And I think it's making reference to Kate as well. This is crazy. So this one I shared it. I'm not gonna play it again. I'll put the link of it, of my video, link on this video, because I shared it and I don't wanna go through it again and then create screenshot and all of that. It's making reference to Kate missing. All right. Do you all remember when I posted this and asked about Carole Middleton? It's not just American asking question. Is Carole Middleton missing too? Part 1. All right, so there's another part in there that she continue. Okay, the princess and the tower. All right, so that's that. I think, oh, it's not there. There it is here. All right, I have the monetization off on that video. Okay, one of the things that just happened while I'm editing this video is that I decided to take a break to check on my video on my channel to see what's going on and if I could answer some of the questions, some responses under today's video. What's really funny is that when I recorded this video, the one that I'm talking in right now, and this is the back end of the channel, at that time, YouTube had no issues with that video. But around 6:32 a.m., YouTube decided to put a copyright on it. All right, so this is what we are looking at right now. You see the green under the video. It was fine. There was no issues. But after 6:32, YouTube decided to put an issue. It has copyright on it. This is what I was saying. And I have another video where I explain all this, because that video have been up for days, since most likely June 2nd. I would say June 1st, but sometime I wait a couple hours later and then it turned into the next day. So I would say June 2nd I uploaded it and then scheduled it. There were no issues with the video. But for some reason today, YouTube decided to give it an issue after it has been uploaded. And then they were viewing it. Whoever put that copyright issue on that video, that's because they were watching it and then they put it on the same moment at the same time the timestamp was. So someone is sitting, I don't know, at YouTube watching my channels. When they see there's issues, they quickly put it, because that happened to my other channel, Output of Pure Service. Throughout the days when Harry and Meghan were in Nigeria, everything was fine. But comes Monday, they decided to demonetize the entire channel, but all of the videos have no issues. They didn't give me any issues. They just don't like what I'm sharing. Okay, but let's get back to the original recording. I thought I mentioned it on here because I was in the middle of editing this video. That's when I find YouTube had an issue with it, and then I completely went off. All right, so that's that. It's 3 minutes and 46 seconds, that video. This link will be in the description. Let me grab it while I'm here. Okay, so I put it on my on the list for you guys. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Oh shoot. All right, let's see. Okay, next tweet. All right, so there's that here. Hello, British people who understand social stratification, classism, and inbreeding aristocrats. On a scale of 1 to 10, how humiliating is this bankruptcy and potential William and Kate divorce is for the Middleton's family? Okay, a collapsed business and debt and the millions, keeping up with the Middleton. You know, they use that, okay? They use that against them. I don't think, first of all, William doesn't love Kate. Doesn't wear the ring, humiliate her in public, chop, and all of that. So when they were putting all of these things out there, pamphlet around the neighborhood, the parents buys things and then don't pay the vendors and all of that. All these were to smear the family name. I don't know how this helped the royal family. I don't know. I don't know who's truly behind it, but we have an idea. This is the way these people roll. They investigate your past, okay, to see how they could use it against you in the future, which they tried to do with Meghan, but they didn't find anything. Even paying people to talk negative about her, they still didn't do it.
About how the media inflames this. I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's sort of
got the topless girl on page 3. That's all you need to know.
And they called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and the arguments between Meghan and Kate. And I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this whole thing is being, you know, the flames are being fanned by the media.
No, we can rely on you for being a great guy. So what an incredible friend you were to Meghan Markle is. Have you guys hung out at all since then?
No, we haven't spoken. She just wrote me a very nice thank you letter, and I framed it, and that was very nice of her to do. She just appreciated that I was honest, but it's so funny that we live in a time where everyone's like, it's such a big deal. I just did the right thing.
Right.
You know, it's okay to feel like that should be the norm and the status quo, but it's like, whoa, it's so crazy. He told the truth. I think we should all be a little more honest.
Well, thank you for doing the right thing.
So they didn't have anything on Meghan. Okay? So for that family, you have the uncle going, you know, feeling proud of his work, selling drugs and all of that.
He even claims Prince William will soon be a guest at his home, the home he has crudely named Maison de Bang Bang.
So who's got Prince William? Prince William's thing? Really? That's yours? Yeah. Really? Right. Now we're connected. Gosh.
When did you start?
My niece is Kate Middleton. Oh really? All right. That's great. So, hang on. Does this mean if your niece marries Prince William, that means you become uncle to the Queen? Well, yeah, after Charles. After Charles, you will be the uncle to the Queen of the United Kingdom. I'm going to be the Duke of Slough.
So hang on,
King of Ibiza.
hang on, how are you related?
My sister's daughter.
Your sister's daughter?
Yeah, I'll be bloodline.
Hang on.
It's
Kate Middleton. Yeah. Who's getting married to William. Yeah. So when Charles is king.
oh dear.
And then William's king.
Yeah.
Kate will be queen.
Carol Goldsmith married Mike Middleton.
Hang on, you'll be able to go to Buckingham Palace.
I've got my own room. The Goldsmith's wing. The Goldsmith wing.
Okay, they recorded him and they used all of that against him. And I think, in my humble opinion, that show that he went on and then to talk negative about Meghan, probably something they force him to do. Otherwise, you're going to go to jail because of the drugs things that you did, in my humble opinion. Now to think of it, at that time I didn't think of that. But all of this is to use against the family. And then the thing is that they know that family wants to be, this is the thing here, wants to be in that social class. So they're using this imaginary thing. You want to be in that social class, you do what I say. And then meanwhile, they're still mistreating them like shit. Alright, as Party Pieces is sold, leaving small vendors out of pocket, James Middleton appears to be having business woe of his own. Luciana Bellini has the latest from the royal in-laws. Okay, I don't know anything about that, and I'm not gonna search about it. Okay, so KK has no money to help her parents stay out of the papers. It's not hundreds of millions. She is supposed to be billionaire now, but can spare 2.5 million to get her parents out of debt. This is FU. I don't get it. Alright, gonna happen to a nicer family. That's an ad. Carole Middleton brother Gary Goldsmith has a net worth of 30 million, including an estate and Ibiza. Perhaps he could chip in as well. They're just using those things against him, against the family. Him selling drugs and the family don't have the money and all of that is to use it against them so they could comply. Said photo, Kate is with her birth family. No one from that family she created with the prince of pegging is there. Not even Yuvo. He has moved on. Alright, my guess is that it is devastating for Ma Middleton, who it's clear has been obsessed with getting close to the royals. Yeah, I think so. For decades, only to find herself not quite good enough. When she got there, money was insulation, and insulation against that feeling, and it's all gone. Divorce will. This is crazy. Like I was saying with that other guy who got married this past, I think, Friday. Okay, and I believe he owned half. That's what I heard. Probably half of the UK. This is the type of people this guy wants to associate himself with. Alright, why doesn't people bail her parents out? Isn't she married to a billionaire? I don't know. This is the thing. Their core values was whacked from the beginning. They didn't have a foundation of self-esteem or something, I think, in my humble opinion. Next tweet. So they're using all of that against them. So this is one of those squad who's making reference to the missing kid here. The Middleton have been MIA since the start of this whole charade, with a few exceptions. You won't ever convince me that they wouldn't have taken the opportunity for photo doodly visiting the hospital if they had any say. There's that as well. So this is Henry VIII retweeting that. I'll go into that. Let me read some of oh, she wrote a thread. Okay, let's see here. It was clear the Middletons were not playing the KP games this time when in January, not only one of them did a fake hospital visit to support the KP story about a hospital stay that was clearly a lie. She was almost certainly hospitalized, but not at the time and Palace KP claim. That is a conspiracy theory I feel the most comfortable with, and that I honestly think it's reality. Kate might have been hospitalized, but it wasn't at the London clinic, or at the very least the timing was off. Alright, the Middletons are a close-knit family. There is zero chance that not one parent sibling visiting her during a 2-week hospital stint for major surgery. They would have felt the need to use some secret entrance when they could just use the front door like Camilla did. Yes, Carole Middleton would go to the opening a door if she thought it would get her some press. Every day, maybe more than once, a la Camilla. Yeah, that's true. They probably were not playing the game, and this is why probably the accident maybe. Now they're claiming it's a false thing. Okay, like look at one of the comment that I just read. That Kingston guy, his Wikipedia page erased. Alright, and then quickly fact check him and said this is fake. But you don't see the name of the person. They're trying to tell us something, and then at the same time, the palace is trying to discredit the true things because they want people to comply with their narrative. All right, so now I'm into the retweet. I'm not going back out again because I read the comment. All right, it is one thing to say Kate Middleton is sick and can't attend the wedding of the Duke of Westminster, but isn't Pippa Middleton a social girl now? Why were the Middleton not invited to Hugh Grosvenor's wedding? Okay, that's the guy that I was saying who got married this past Friday. Okay, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's listen. There will be screenshot, okay?
British society actually presents some really, really amusing gossip. Today we saw the wedding of the decade, the wedding of the century, or the wedding of the year, whatever the Daily Mail is calling it, whatever Tatler magazine is calling it. They're propping it up as, you know, a momentous event, the wedding of Hugh Grosvenor to this lady. The Duke of Westminster got married, and it's a big deal. What I find amusing is, here it is, you have such a momentous occasion, such a big deal to aristocratic society, but there are certain missing elements. Of course, Kate Middleton is out of commission, but that doesn't mean the mom of the future queen has to be out of commission, or the sister of the future queen has to be out of commission. If you had social climbed and schemed for a full 20 years to get your daughter in this awesome, grandiose position of future queen of the United Kingdom, at the very least, you should be able to wrangle society wedding invitations. Is it not so? But here we are. Pippa Middleton and her mother and her brother are just as out of commission as Kate Middleton. So there was a big to-do today, The British newspapers, the Tattlers, the Daily Mails, they all made a big deal about it. They rolled out the plywood.
The squad made fun of that. There's a lot I'm not sharing about that wedding. I understand what she's making. I know what she's talking about.
What was that runway carpet thing? Well, even a carpet, they couldn't even afford. Well, 10 billion doesn't go as far as you expect it would, huh? So they rolled out this plywood and cardboard thing for the bride to walk into the church into. You're supposed to be impressed, but all I could think of was all those years of social climbing and scheming, and they couldn't even wrangle an invitation.
Look at this. When William was marrying Kate, they didn't invite Sarah. So that's another thing here. I don't think you understand how British society works at all. The Middletons probably don't even know the Duke of Westminster. Okay, the Middleton didn't know the Jordanian royal family either, but they contrived to be at the wedding of the son. That is true. That was the chap moment thing. I think I went over, because sometimes I look at certain things and I don't share them. Yes, the Middletons were there. Okay, I understand your classist society just fine. They've always contrived to be at society weddings. If there's envelope opening, people and cows contrive to be there. Let me read some and then move on. Okay, they used to live in Jordan and they know the royal family there. That is true. I live in the US. I don't think Biden knows me. Okay, this is what she's making reference here. Okay, and then know the royal family there. They live in the UK now, and the daughters is supposedly going to be the future queen. They contrive to be at social event of the season. So why all of a sudden they've gone shy and reclusive? Okay, isn't the Duke of Westminster mixed race? Okay, I don't know anything about him. This is the first of hearing this. He certainly doesn't look it mixed with what? Okay, his direct descendant of one of Washington's greatest writers. Okay, so mix of what? Okay, there it is. Mixed with what? With Washington. Okay, he's a descendant of Pushkin in a world that obsessed over bloodline and society status rank. It is interesting how Britain peer system operates. Plywood, cardboard. Yeah, I know. Bankrupt. Okay, let's move on. I know all of the things that they make reference to. The plywood cardboard is something, I don't know. I think there was one image I shared. It was there, and I'll circle it. Hopefully I remember to make a screenshot to share with you again what they're making reference to. Alright, next week. This one I saw tonight. Okay, they have a whole princess missing, a crumbling royal family, election that could change a lot, a king who looks sick, a future king who's exhausted when he works for 1 hour. Who works for 1 hour, but what brings happiness to Sophie is that she won't have to curtsy to Meghan, who lives in the US. I'm telling you, the shade with some of the squad suites is unbelievable. Alright, Duchess Sophie relieved she no longer has to curtsy to Meghan Markle. When was this written? There's no date. It says 21 hours ago, but there's no date. In this picture, her daughter resemble her here. Alright, Sophie's daughter. Duchess Sophie and Meghan Markle riding in a carriage. Alright, all pictures. Well, she will once Edward goes, because Chuck said it will go back to the crown after. Okay? Depend on who goes first. Okay? Who are they? Your desperation is very entertaining. Alright? Let's see here. There's one comment under it here. Okay, I don't know. Let's move back. Okay, as long as she has to bow down to Harry, she has to bow down to Meghan. Plus, she will have to bow down to Archie and Lilibet. Okay, she should use her time looking for a better wardrobe than thinking about Meghan, who lives on the other side of the world. Okay, let's just say, okay, she probably don't even say that, but we know she play along with the institution, with the firm, but this is the tabloid writing nonsense, okay? Let me read what's there and then move on. The only reason Sophie will felt secure and disdain against Meghan is because she understands the culture of racism protect her as a white woman and othered Meghan. Every article they write shows that Meghan stood no chance with that family. I'll be relieved when they can write about the royal family without mentioning Meghan. Okay, Rupert Murdoch and Wathamer should cut Meghan Markle a check for all the publicity she brings to their tabloid. Alright? This is why I said that this is why they use her name in there. They just want the click. Okay, when the hell did she ever curtsy to Meghan? They're just fighting anything at this point. That's pretty much that. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. I was just thinking, imagine if Biden wins the next election and then the current ambassador to the UK either resign or they decided to change it, and then they asked Meghan to be the ambassador to the UK. And Meghan have had experience working with UN, and I believe she works for the embassy for the US and Argentina. So can you imagine if, I don't know, I'm just thinking on top of my head. I think she will say no, but just imagine that, okay? Imagine.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the US Embassy for a bit.
And I wonder how the UK the UK have nothing to say about that because this is what the US will want to be over there. But the pettiness, that the shade that the Biden administration will be throwing over there with having Meghan, even though she has to go through Congress, okay? Just crazy imagination. That's all. I know the royal family would have been pissed. Next one, there's that here. Remember when Prince Harry talked about the British media, vendetta journalism, and the peanut gallery said lies? Now here we are. Alright, so what is that? Anger inside the Washington Post newsroom intensified late on Wednesday following a New York Times report that the outgoing editor, Bouzy, had clashed with Lewis and Midday over whether to publish an article that referenced Lewis' alleged role in the aftermath of the hacking scandal. Lewis appeared to acknowledge speaking to Bouzy, but said he did not pressure her, and anyway, he said this in an email to a Post journalist. One Post journalist said, quote, at the Washington Post, the publisher and CEO are forbidden from directing content in any way. That seems to be the standard in the UK, where some papers seem to be used as personal vendetta machines. Alright. I mean, Harry understands these people very well. And this is why he's moving forward with his thing. I'm not gonna read this article because I'm literally almost an hour here. The link will be in the description. Okay. Where is the full article? Where is the full article? And the magic word is please. Here it is. You're welcome. All right. There's some screenshot here. Never a truer word spoken. Prince Harry is right. Let's see here. The problem is that over the last 15 to 20 years, there are now incredibly powerful media companies who masquerade as journalists and who have quite literally hijacked journalistic privileges for their own personal gain and agenda. It's an unbelievably dangerous place. They claim to hold public figures to account but refuse to hold themselves accountable. He knows because he has talked with Ipso, right? Whenever he had issues, he contacted Ipso, and Ipso always turned a blind eye. This is why he was saying that, in my humble opinion, at that time. So now he doesn't go to them anymore. Even when Meghan had issues with her letters, didn't even bother going to them. When Meghan was trying to sue them, the palace was holding her back. So these are the key players. They all won, the institution and the papers, giving her false promises. But when she realized they're wasting time, the same thing that they did to Harry, okay, waste Harry's time trying to kill time, and Harry trusted them because that was his family. But in fact, they were killing time, allowing the time of exploration to happen. But Meghan, on the other hand, when she realized the palace was not helping her, she took her own lawyer to proceed it. So, and then the paper come to Harry and say, how come they didn't come to them? How come? Because Harry have come to you all the time, but there was never accountability for the papers. So they learn. When Harry told Meghan, do not talk to the tabloid, don't talk to them.
4 times I asked the palace, or maybe 3 times I asked the palace, if we, as a media group, could meet Meghan and it never happened.
And they never had a chance to talk to Meghan. That's because he learned from his experience. He's not going to repeat these things anymore. In a way, I think some of the things that Harry went through, maybe it was good that he went through them, because now with his own family, he already had the blueprint how these machine people worked. And then when it comes to his wife, didn't even bother go to them, straight to the court. All right. Remember when Meghan said, I believe she only wanted $1, but for the lawyers' fees and all of that, they pay. The papers had to pay that. Okay. The whole point was Meghan called them was for the principle, the integrity. All right. And then the paper ran wild saying that she only got $1, but meanwhile they forgot to not forget. They literally left out the copyright, lawyers' fees, and all of that. But let's continue. If they're supposedly policing society, who on earth is policing them? When even the government is scared of alienating them because position is power, it is incredibly worrying for the entire UK. Harry saw it. This is why I said I think Harry and Meghan's wedding union was really what needed it to open some people's eyes over there. And there he is. He's fighting them alone. Well, now with what's gonna come up in, I believe in January or February with the papers, there's some people who still remain, but Hugh Grant already settled his case, but he's been fighting them for a very long time. But he took his, before knowing that things might go the other way, so he took his chance to get the settle money. All right. Oh, I was going to go to the next one. Let's read some of the comments. Oh, that was that. That was one of the comments. Let's go to the next one. All right. This one I saw tonight. Let's go back. Oh, let's put it again. Something happened. Did they already remove it? Yeah, they removed it. I can't believe these people. They removed the other one. Wow. There were two. Let me see. Let me put it again. Yeah, you see that one? They remove it. Okay, Prince William Earthshot Council member Danny Alves, who has been found guilty of rape, he just released after he paid £1 million, I guess, bond or euro bond. This is why the royal family is failing. They got the wrong PR people. Alright, so what is that? Okay, 30 seconds, okay? Oh damn, I can't even see anything. Okay, I don't know what they're saying. Let's see here. William type of association. No, I believe that Prince William already knew about these people, and I believe he has dirt on them. He just wanted their name and their support. For example, bill linked to Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, they kept that quiet. Royal family isn't failing. There's the thumbs up. Sort of like Harry's African parks. Then no. Okay. Oh, I didn't know. Let's see here. You guys want to make it so the same way the royal family try to somehow associate Harry's behavior with Andrew. African park situation incident I was resolved, but it can't fit, so I remove it. Incident resolved. Let's put the D here. Resolved. You people brought it back again. No comparison. When it brought to Harry's attention, he let chain of command know about it. If Will knew of Alvarez, why associate with him? All right, so that's that. That's the best I could make without writing a whole bunch of thread. All right, so let's black that. All right, so why this is not showing up? Okay, Shakira and Danny Alvarez have both stood down as judges of Prince William's Earthshot Prize amid tax fraud investigation and sexual assault allegation. But this wasn't showing once I click on it. I don't know. Let's see, can I see it yet? Oh, now it shows. So there's that here. That was back in December 2023. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so I read this. Let's go to the next tweet. Alright, so now this could be a different video. Maybe I'll do that because now I'm an hour. So I have 2, 4, 6 or something like that tweet left. And they're all making reference to a letter that, you know what, let me stop it. Alright, because this is completely different. So I'm gonna do another video for this one. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you wanna support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And don't forget to check my shop. Check my shop. See different design for t-shirt and whatnot. And that's another way you guys could help support my channel. Okay, so that is it. Let me see if I could do the next video. And it will be much shorter than this one.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.